I blew 2 funded accounts before I wrote this rule. 2 losses in one day, I'm done. Laptop closed. No more trades. Doesn't matter if a perfect setup forms 10 minutes later. Doesn't matter if I'm down for the week. The chart is closed. From the outside, it looks weak. It looks like I'm leaving money on the table. It's the single most profitable rule I follow. By the end, you'll know 3 things. The exact rule, because it is not just stop after 2 losses. Why the next trade can be an A+ and still be the wrong trade to take. And the one moment I almost broke this rule. The setup was clean, the trade ran. I still think skipping it was the right decision. If you have ever revenge traded yourself into a hole you couldn't climb out of, this rule is for you. The rule has 3 parts. Most people only know the first. 2 losses, day is over. 2 consecutive trades stop at -1R. The chart closes. I don't open it again until tomorrow. 2, 3 rule breaks, the week is over. Took a trade outside my model, modified a stop in a way I didn't pre-plan, didn't mark up the higher time frame before entry. Each one counts as a rule break. They are separated from a P&L loss. 3 rule breaks in a week, even if I'm green on the P&L and I'm done for the week. No trading until Monday. 3, no order modification during work hours. I added this when I was still in my corporate job, and checking the charts between meetings was destroying me. Now that I'm full-time, this translates to no order modification while my body is in a stressed state. If my heart rate is elevated, hands off the order pen. That's the full rule. 3 parts. All 3 came from the journal. None of them are negotiable. Now, why 2 losses? 2 reasons. One, about the market. Another one, about me. Starting with the market, my model needs a certain kind of condition to work. A trend. Real movement. When the market is chopping sideways, my setups still appear, but they fail. And they fail in clusters. So 2 losses in a row is rarely random. Most of the time, it is the market telling me the context isn't there right now. I tracked this for a long time. The 3rd trade after 2 losses is usually another loss for a simple reason. The same broken context is still on the screen. The pattern was consistent enough that I built a hard rule around it. The part about me, it's worse. My win rate is so low. My winners are many times bigger than my losers. Over a big enough sample, in the right condition, that is strongly positive expectancy. But that math only holds if I keep trading the same system over and over again. After 2 losses, I don't. I size up to make it back faster. I take a B setup because I wanted action, not because it's there. I touched a stop I swore I wouldn't touch. The edge was never in the setup alone. It was in the executing same way every single time. Tilt is just a word for quietly trading a word system without noticing. Here's the brutal part. My edge only show up over hundreds of trades. A funded account doesn't give you that room on a bad day. It has a daily loss limit. It has a max drawdown. Hit either one of them and the account is over. So when I keep forcing trade in a context my model doesn't work in, with my size creeping up to get even, I'm not risking 1 more R. I'm risking the whole account. The math that makes me profitable needs hundreds of trades to play out. Blow the account today and I never get to trade them. That's the real asymmetry. Stop after 2 losses and the cost is a few setups I take tomorrow instead, in better condition. Keep trading and the cost is the whole account and the months it took to fund it. A tiny recoverable cost against a catastrophic permanent one. You don't fix that with willpower. You fix it with friction. The chart is closed. The platform is locked out. The decision is removed before you get there. Last month, I took 2 losses. I hit my circuit breaker. I closed the chart per the rule. I walked away, made coffee, and came back. The New York AM session opened. I glanced at the chart just to see. A clean A+ setup was forming on NQ. The exact entry model I trade. Higher time frame matches. The buyers matched. Everything was A+. I sat there for 10 minutes. I thought to myself, this is different. This setup is the cleanest one this week. I'll be so stupid not to take it. The rule is for revenge trades. This isn't a revenge trade, it's just the next good setup. Every word of that was a justification. Here's the thing, if I take that trade, even if it wins, I've taught my brain that the rule is breakable. Next time I'm down 2 hours, I'll find another exception, then another one. Then the rule is dead. And I'm back to where I was in 2023, blowing accounts because I knew the rule, but I trusted my read. I closed the chart. The trade ran 4 hours. I lost a hypothetical $4,000 by following my rule. I gained the next 12 months of not blowing my account by following my rule. If you can't internalize that trade-off, you'll keep paying tuition to the market. Now, most traders watching this think, I'll just have the discipline to follow the rule. You won't. I know because I'm 12 years in and I almost broke it last month. With everything I just walked you through already in my head, discipline isn't enough. You need friction. What actually works for me? Using the lockout function on your futures account. After 2 losses, I physically log out. I go out and touch grass. If I want to continue trading, I can only trade with a demo account. And lastly, the rule isn't about willpower. It's about making the wrong action physically inconvenient. Your version is simple. Make the wrong action annoying enough that you have time to stop. Don't trust your future self to be more disciplined than your past self has been. Open your last 30 trading days. Find your 3 biggest losing days, not your biggest losing trades. Your biggest losing days. Now, look at what actually happened on each one. Was it 2 normal losses and you sold? Or was it 2 losses, then a bigger position, then a trade outside your plan, then a worse one? I already know the answer because it was the same for me. Your account doesn't die from 2 losses. It dies from what you do after them. That's the behavior problem. The same one that cost me 2 funded accounts before I added this rule. The journal I used to track is free, link in the description below. Next video, a trade where I did everything right and still lost. And the 16 seconds after that, actually decide whether you keep the account. I'll see you next week.